Weapons is a 2025 horror film written and directed by Cregger, the director of 2022's Barbarian. The film stars Julia Garner, Josh Brolin, and Wong from Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. The story unfolds in the quiet town of Maybrook, Pennsylvania, where at exactly 2:17 a.m. one morning, 17 children from a single elementary school classroom vanish. Every single child in the class vanished except for one. As the community grapples with the shock and grief, tensions mount and secrets begin to surface, pulling a few characters in the town into a deeper and darker mystery than anyone could have imagined. Now, when I first saw the trailer for Weapons, I was pretty excited. It looked really, really good. And then what kind of pushed me off a bit, not being, as enthused about it, is the fact that Cregger was writing and directing this, because I actually do not like Barbarian that much. I think it was a good horror film, and I get what the point was, but it was too deliberate and too hitting you over your head with what the message was. Or what he was trying to convey. I mean, the beginning was great. I loved the whole beginning of Barbarian. I liked it later on, but I just did not like that every single male character in the movie was a stupid idiot. Every single one. Not just our lead, our main character, Pennywise in the beginning, but later on, we had the police officers were dumb. The homeless guy was dumb. Every single person that was in this, the guy, Justin Long's character, although he was funny, he was an idiot too. He sees that room that looks like a torture room in the basement, and he's like, cool, another room for Airbnb. Like, what? It was ridiculous. So I was a little hesitant on that, but this movie looked really, really good, and the trailer did not give much away. And I thought I was going into a movie that seemed like it was going to be like The Signal or the Crazies, the original Crazies, which I always liked the original Crazies, because even to compare to the remake, which I thought was a really good remake, that the original one, you didn't know who was crazy. That was the whole point of, the way Romero directed that, is they could be regular people. You don't know. And in the Crazies, the remake, it was pretty obvious which ones were insane. But anyway, really excited for this. Went to go see it, and I am kind of mixed reactions to this movie. I do not hate this film. I see that there's two spectrums. Either people really love it or people really hate it. I see a lot of TikTok videos of people saying, I absolutely hate this movie, it's garbage. I am mixed. I'm actually neutral. I like this movie. I really do like it. For the majority of the film, I think it's great. It's told in a way that it keeps you engaged in the film. And I think a lot of films are going to have to do new things to keep people's attention when you're over 60 minutes now, because these younger kids don't have the attention span to sit through the movies. And if you want to get people back into the theater, you're going to have to do something different. And the old way things were done is not going to work anymore. And in this film, they tell it kind of like chapters, always going back. So we get our first character we're introduced to is, I believe, the teacher. So we're seeing what happens to her. Well, first we see the kids that they just run out, and we don't know what happens, and then everyone goes crazy. And it's told through a child's voice, which we never know who the child is. And then it's told non-linear, well, kind of linearly, but non-linearly, where it's each character, it starts from one point, from after the kids go missing up until a certain point, then it cuts from that character to a different character, and then it goes into their story until that another point, and then it keeps doing that with several characters until we get to the one kid that did not go missing, and we discover what everything is that's happening, how these kids went missing. And that's the point where people are going to be kind of upset, is that storyline, because it's not really told what it is. Kind of, you have to make your own assumptions. He doesn't deliberately tell you this is this or this is that or whatever, so you're making up your own interpretation on what exactly is causing this. So that's all I want to say, because I don't want to spoil the film. I think you definitely should see this film. I enjoyed it enough that I'm recommending it. I just don't know how I feel about the big twist, I guess, or the big reveal, because by that point I was already with the film. So the film got me all the way till this point where I was just like, okay, whatever. But they didn't deliberately say, oh, this is black magic, oh, this is a parasite, or this is whatever it actually is that allows this thing to do these things to these kids or these people. So that's the only technical issue. So it's a slight spoiler. I guess. I didn't want to spoil anything. I tried not to. But anyway, Formosa is great and the horror is good. And I love the way these people look when they go crazy. I think that was interesting and unique. I liked it. I do like this film a lot. And there was one storyline I liked the most. I think it was there was a character named Alex who's a junkie. I thought he was fantastic. His whole storyline and how he connects things together and how he's the actual person that kind of solves our mystery for us, not a main character. It's not Josh Brolin, who's the father that lost one of his kids that thinks the teacher's responsible. Yeah, so they make you think certain things are going to happen or lead you to believe that, like our main character, Julia, you think at one point that she might actually be because she's layered. So they give you a good job in layering the characters. Like she's not just a one-note teacher character that's innocent, that's being like, yes, there's that aspect in there, but she also has other problems. Like she's alcoholic prior to all of this. She has, and she's trying to struggle with this too because she doesn't understand. And now everywhere, because it's happened from her old school, you hear that she got a complaint filed against her and she left there to come here, and it's like she can't catch a break. And then you have the father that's looking for his son and won't stand for just, we're working on it. After a month, all these kids go missing. Why isn't the government here? Why isn't the FBI investigating this? Why aren't they still looking for? There's 17 children that just go missing randomly. Like, what's going on? Why haven't you looked at the teacher? We did. Okay. And then he starts trying to investigate, and he ends up believing that the teacher is innocent, and they start working together. But it's all different stories. And like I said, there's a guy named Alex in here. He's a junkie. He's probably the best storyline. Actually, he connects so many together. The cop, I don't know really what the purpose of following him, but just, I guess, bridging the gap between characters. But I did not like that character. But all in all, everything until the third act, when it's revealed, I was like, what? And then I was like, well, because there's parts in the movie where you see things like when they first show the school. I think the teacher has a dream. And they first show the school and she's walking into the classroom. You see all the kids in the dark. And then you see Alex like pick up his head and smiles in the trailer, I think, or the thumbnail of the trailer. And she freaks out. But if you see on the wall behind on the bulletin board, it said parasites. And then later when they show Alex's perspective, they're talking about parasites in the classroom. And then later when he goes home, there's something on the TV that the parents are watching about parasites, which I believe is actually taken from either the 28 Weeks Later DVD. There was a bonus content where it talked about these things, these ants, that they get like possessed, like they start eating each other. Anyway, so I thought it was gonna be parasites, and then it's not parasites, and then it's something like a Ari Aster film. So like I was like, what? And then they don't want to go in that direction really, but it kind of do, but they don't say what it is. So that's where I think people are upset. That they are upset. But by that point, like I said, if you've already gotten to that point, if the movie, for me at least, it got me all the way invested all the way till that point, that I didn't care anymore. It's kind of like Long Legs in that regard too. Like I was into the film all the way to a certain point, and then I loved it. And then again, if they would have went into the direction I wanted it to go into, I would have loved the film more. But I do really enjoy this film, so I have to recommend it. Definitely go see this. I think it's great. It was really good. I wish it was a little bit brighter because like there's some scenes that were a little too dark, but nonetheless, highly enjoyable. Definitely check this out. If you're gonna go see it in the theaters. It's fun to see with a bunch of people. If not, wait for it to come out and buy it. I really do like this film much more than Barbarian, because the characters were different. They weren't all one note, and it was a mix of characters. So I like the film. I thought it was a really good movie. I'm gonna give this film a 4 out of 5 stars. That's what I would give it 4 out of 5. I was gonna be stuck between 3.5 and 4. I'm gonna give it 4 out of 5 because I really did enjoy this film, and I do want to see it again. Actually, it was that good that I want to see this movie again. I want to see what the hell did I miss something? Do they say what this is or not? But I don't know. Anyway, let me know in the comment section down below what you thought about this movie. Did you like it? Did you hate it? When it was revealed what it is, were you along for the ride by then, or did you just like, what the hell? This is so stupid. I specifically loved the ending too. I thought that was awesome. So yeah, I think it's worth the money to go see this in theaters. I could be wrong. If you disagree with me, also leave a comment in the comment section down below. Anyway, if you're new here, subscribe to this channel. If you like the video, please hit the like button, and I will talk to you guys next time. Peace.